Alrighty, folks, welcome to our Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Thursday, April 25th, 2024. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We're basically there. Happy Thursday. My name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for my $1.99 daily best play. It costs just 6 cents a day for one premium selection every single day for the next 30 days. And once again, the site is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Brewers taking on the Pirates, 12:35 Eastern first pitch. Milwaukee's minus $1.25, total 7 runs. Freddie Peralta for Milwaukee, Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh. Now, both organizations doing a nice job of getting base runners this year. Pittsburgh's in the top 3 in the majors in walks per 9 at the plate. Meanwhile, the Brewers are a top 3 hit-producing team themselves. Now, Milwaukee also saw overs recently against the likes of the Cardinals, Padres, and Orioles. Give me the over 7 runs. Next game, BO-S-CLE Guardians. It's going to be a 1:10 Eastern first pitch. Cleveland's minus $1.55, total 7.5. Tristan McKenzie for the Guardians, Chase Anderson for the BO-S-CLE. And both teams with some significant qualities that, it makes this one tough to pick. Now for Boston, Chase Anderson's looked really strong on the bump this season. And for Cleveland, they're actually looking like one of the better lineups in the American League. Now, total-wise, Boston saw 4 out of their last 5 road games stay under the line. They're also 7-3 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Now, as far as the entire season is concerned, Boston's gone 60% to the under in all of their games this year. Give me the under 7.5. Next matchup, White Sox Twins, 1:10 p.m. East. Minnesota's minus 260, total 7.5. Simeon Woods Richardson for the Twins, Mike Soroka for Chicago. Now Soroka's 0-3 with an ERA in the mid-7s. And out of 24 total ball games for the White Sox this year, they've actually taken the loss in all of those contests except for 3. And they're facing a Minnesota club who won 4 out of their last 5 themselves. They're actually doing a nice job at the plate during that span. Ed Julian has a handful of homers on the year. Byron Buxton leads the roster in hits. And of course, on the bump, Simeon Woods Richardson, SWR, we'll call him. He's looked good in his last start. SWR through 6 strong innings of 2-hit baseball. And he officially has an ERA of 1.50. Now, the Twins are currently 7-4 to the under in their own building. Chicago's 14-10 to the under for the entire year. Give the Twins minus 1.5, under 7.5 runs. No need for your name to be that long with that many syllables. Shorten it down. Next game, Phillies Reds, 1:10 Eastern first pitch. Philadelphia's minus $1.60, totals 8 runs. Zach Wheeler for the Phils, Nick Martinez for Cincinnati. And I'll tell you, we've got an interesting dynamic between both pitchers here. Martinez has thrown some sloppy innings, but he's yet to record a loss. Meanwhile, Zach Wheeler on the other side, well, he's been unhittable. Yet he comes into today's game with a 1-3 record. And a lot of that is due to Philadelphia's their bats. These guys are a bottom 5 run producing team in the National League on the road. And speaking of the run line, these guys have a losing record against the run line for the entire season. Now, they're facing a Cincy team who actually got the W in 5 out of their last 6. Ellie De La Cruz, he's the club leader in homers and hits. Now, Spencer Steer, he's also got the most RBI. And as a team, the Reds currently have a .600 win percentage at the Great American Ballpark. And they are a top 5 run-producing team in the National League. Now, injury-wise, Johnny India is questionable for the Reds. Friedel's still out. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia on the other side, looks like Bryce Harper should be back in the lineup here today. Just had a baby this week. Now, 2 out of the Phillies' last 3 road games did get over the total. They're also 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Cincy saw 7 out of their last 10 gatherings with Philadelphia get over the line. So, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Give me the Reds plus 1.5, over 8. Next game, Blue Jays Royals, 2:10 p.m. East. Kansas City's minus $1.15, totals 8 runs. Cole Reagans for Kansas City, Jose Barrios for Toronto. And as good as Barrios has been, he may not get much support run-wise. Toronto's averaging under 6.9 hits a game on the road. And because of that, Toronto's a bottom 10 run-producing team. And they're facing Cole Reagans here today, who's punched out 33 batters in just 25 innings of work. And of course, as a team, the Royals have certainly been tough to handle in Kauffman Stadium this year. They're 11-5 in front of their own crowd. Salvi Perez leads the club in batting average, home runs, and RBI. Bobby Witt Jr.'s got the most hits. And, because of those guys, the Royals are now a top 5 run-producing team at home in the American League. Now, 4 out of the Royals' last 6 home games did fall under the total. They also went 80% to the under in their last 10 at any location. Now, Toronto went 5-1 to the under in their last 6 road games. Give me the Royals minus $1.15, under 8. Next game, Astros Cubs, 2:20 p.m. East. Houston's minus $1.30, totals 8 runs. Justin Verlander for Houston, Javier Assad for Chicago. Now, Assad's looked good in several starts this season. The righty's 2-0 with an ERA of 2.11. Assad's also got 21 punch-outs and a 1.03 whip. And even if Assad has some problems here today, I've got to imagine the Cubbies can outscore Houston here. Chicago's currently the best scoring team at home in the majors. They're putting up nearly 7 runs a game at Wrigley Field. And even though, Justin Verlander has looked good, he looked good in his last start for Houston. Well, the Astros continue to struggle at the plate. Houston's a bottom 5 run-producing team on the road. And oddly enough, 6 out of these teams' last 10 gatherings did get over the total. Give me the Cubs plus $1.15, over 8. Next game, Mariners Rangers, 2:35 East. Seattle's minus $1.30, totals 9. Luis Castillo for the Mariners, Andrew Heaney for Texas. And even though Heaney's off to a bit of a rough start, this Ranger pitching staff, they're throwing very well at Globe Life Park. They're allowing under 6.7 hits a game in their own stadium. And because of that, they're now in the top 5 in the American League in runs allowed per game at home. And they're facing a Mariner club who continues to strike out an awful lot at the plate. They're actually fanning more times a game than any other roster except for one. And because of that, they're now a bottom 5 hit-producing team in the American League. But even if they do get on the base pass here today, starting pitcher Luis Castillo, he's been having a brutal start to the season. He's 1-4 already with an ERA of 4.40. Give me the Rangers plus $1.10, over 9. Next game, Padres, Rockies, 3:10 Eastern start time. San Diego is minus $1.50, totals 10.5. Randy Vasquez for the Padres, Dakota Hudson for Colorado. And Hudson's had a terrible start to the year. He's 0-4 with an ERA in the 5s. That's really been the story with Colorado over the past handful of, seasons. They're pitching. But, even at the dish, the Rockies have been relatively worthless there as well. Colorado's a bottom 5 run-producing team in the National League. They got to face Randy Vasquez, who's looked good in a handful of innings this year. And fortunately for Randy, the Pods are now starting to hit the baseball a little bit. They're in the top 10 in runs per game, and they are rarely striking out on the road. Jackson Merrill's the club leader in hits. Jake Cronenworth's got the most RBI. Now, Manny Machado will not be in the lineup here today. He's on the paternity list, similar to Bryce Harper earlier in the week. Now, total-wise, 4 out of the Pods' last 7 road games did get over the total. Meanwhile, the Rockies saw overs recently against the likes of the Mariners, Phillies, and this very San Diego team. Give me the Padres minus $1.50, over 10.5. Next game, Dodgers-Nationals, 4:05 Eastern first pitch. The LA Dodgers are minus $1.90, totals 8.5. Yoshi Yamamoto for the Dodgers, Mackenzie Gore for Washington. Now, the Nats have had a tough time getting the W in the nation's capital this season. They're 4-7 at home to start the year, and they certainly do not hit it well there. Washington's currently averaging under 3.4 runs a game at home. And they're facing starting pitcher Yamamoto-san. 30 strikeouts, 22 innings of work, 1.14 whip. These Dodger pitchers, they've been tough to hit against when they travel. They're allowing under 6.1 hits a game on the road. That's nearly a league low. Now, on the offensive end, LA's, they've got little problems getting base runners. Mookie Betts is third in the bigs in OPS, second in batting average. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani, he has the highest batting average and OPS average in the entire major leagues. 7 out of these teams' last 10 gatherings did get over the total. So, once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now, the Dodgers are also 17-9 to the over for the entire season. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final pick for the video. It's going to be in that, Athletics-Yankees game, 7:05 Eastern start time. The Yankees are minus 250, totals 8. Nestor Cortes for the Bombers, Alex Wood for Oakland. Now, the lefty Wood is winless through 21-plus innings. He's got an ERA of 7.89, with a whip above 2. And even if he throws well here today, I can't imagine the A's will score much. They're dead last in strikeouts at the dish. They're also averaging a league-worst 6.5 hits a game on the road. And they're going to face Nestor Cortes here today, who's got a 1.07 whip on the mound and an ERA in the 3s here with the Yankees this year. And the Bombers, I'll tell you, these pitchers have been tough to hit against in the Bronx. Their pitching staff's allowing just 3.1 runs a game at home. The Pinstripers are currently 8-4 to the under in front of their own fans. They're also 16-9 to the under for the entire season. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. I like the over 7 in the Brewers-Pirates game. Give me the under 7.5 in the Red Sox-Guardians game. I'm 2-0 my last 2 daily best plays on my premium site. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. Give me Minnesota minus 1.5, under 7.5 runs. Reds plus 1.5, over 8. Royals minus $1.15, under 8 runs. Cubs plus $1.15, over 8. Rangers plus $1.10, over 9. Padres minus $1.50, over 10.5. Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8 and a hook. Yankees minus 1.5, under 8. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman Package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.